If you have any questions about kidney donation or kidney transplant surgery, give us a call, 313-778-7600. Let's go to Barbara, who's on line one. Hey, Barbara, thanks for calling. Good afternoon to you.
Yes, this is Barbara, one of your favorite sisters.
Absolutely. You better believe it.
Well, I just called in to rejoice with you and your brother and family on the kidney transplant. And, my grandson is also a transplant patient.
Mm-hmm.
He's 13 years old, and everything is going so very well.
Thank God.
And I thank God every single day, every day. And I'm just so grateful for the progress that's been made, in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to thank your brother for doing what he did. And you are in my prayers too, Chris.
Well, thank you so much, Barbara. And I can honestly say you are in mine as well. And so let's keep praying for each other.
Yes, and again, I'm so happy that attitudes are changing about transplants, especially among us as a people.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see the young children at Children's Hospital, the struggles that they go through, my heart just goes out to them and their families. And it's just wonderful to see what's going on in that area. So again, thank you, Brother Mike. You're my brother too.
And thanks for calling. I so greatly appreciate it.
All right, Barbara, thank you so much. Much love to you. I do appreciate that. Let's get right back to our phone lines. On line 4, we have Teresa. Hey, Teresa, thanks for calling. Good afternoon.
Yeah, hi.
Mike Russell.
Yeah, hi. Kudos to your brother. Did anybody, was it your young ages that they felt gave you a better prognosis?
Well, I was younger then than I am now. That was 19 years ago.
Yeah.
And I am 61 now. And so that made me what? 39, 42? Yeah, 40, yeah.
I was 39.
Yes, 42.
Because I had a friend, and she kind of just stood up in church and asked for a kidney, and she got people from the congregation. But unfortunately, she only lasted about 5 years, so I'm just wondering.
Well, one of the things I can say to that is that if the people who donated a kidney were not living relations, it is more risky. Mike is my blood brother. We had both of the same parents. And so we matched about as well as you could match for two people donating a kidney and having kidney transplant surgery.
Yeah, well, she was just spiritually related to this person, so I think that would make a difference. Okay, thank you.
No, thanks for the call. Yeah, that's right. I was 42, and so, Mike, you must have been 39 at the time.
39, yes. And, Cliff, what I also would like to do is, for those that, have maybe more in-depth or, technically involved questions, I would refer them to Ramona Chapman of MOTEP, which is the Minority Organ and Tissue Transplant Education Program, Gift of Life. And her number is area code 313-875-9055. And they are always actively looking to counsel and assist people who are either in need of organ donation or who are willing to be donors, either as living donors or as donors on their driver's license for the end of life. They can provide their organs to others. And I've heard of some stories where some people have provided organs to save or to assist 5, 6, 7 people from one person's passing, where the cornea, the kidney, the liver, the heart, the lungs can all be can utilized to save other lives and make other lives better. And Ramona Chapman has been the kind of the orchestrator of that type of effort here in Detroit with the minority population. And that's Ramona Chapman at MOTEP. And that's 875-9055.
All right, let's get right back to our phone lines. We have AD on line 5. Hey, AD, thanks for calling. You're talking to my younger brother, Mike Russell. How you doing?
What's happening, black man? How you feeling?
I feel much better, man.
Well, I want to say God is love, God is life, God is great. I'm an alumni of the 1995 and 2015 Alumni Million Man March. And Brother Cliff, I was praying for you when you went off the air. And now that I know you got a guardian angel as a brother like that, hey man, me as a ghetto warrior, Man, I might need that brother Services as a lawyer out here fighting white supremacy and the KKK. Hey, what kind of law does your brother practice? I don't mean to digress from the subject matter, but what kind of lawyer is he?
Well, you might be surprised, but I'll let him answer that question.
Yeah, I'm a personal injury lawyer. I'm with Feiger Law, and I've been here now for about 3 years. And Jeff Feiger has been an advocate of civil rights and human rights. And when we go to court, many of the battles we face are with municipalities and with insurance companies and with hospitals and with governmental agencies and the government. So we have had some epic battles that we have been successful. So if you do have any issues regarding any of those types of challenges, then please be free to give me a call, because we're don't want to do the advertising on here now, but here at Feiger Law we do a very, very good job.
Well, I tell you what, AD, I appreciate the call.
Hey,
You donated your kidney to me 19 years ago. You can advertise whatever you want to advertise on this show here right now. Let me respond to a question, too, because somebody asked me, what has my life been like, or what is my routine like now that I've had a kidney transplant? The only thing that I have to do that is a bit unusual is that I do have to take a number of medications in the morning and the evening, because even though I have my brother's kidney and that is as good a match as you can get, you still have to take certain anti-rejection drugs to keep your body from rejecting that foreign kidney that is in you. Well, I've been doing that for 19 years now, and it's just a part of my routine now. And just like my brother, I have played basketball, I have been active, I have traveled, I've got all kinds of jobs. I feel great right now. I've even had other ailments, and the kidney has held out. And so that dump truck kidney, or that pickup truck kidney, has served me well as well. Let me go to Cliff right now on line 6. Hey, Cliff, thanks for talking. This is Cliff, and you're talking to younger brother Mike.
Hey, Mike and Cliff, two Wayne Staters. I always enjoy talking to Warriors.
Go Tartars.
Go Tigers, go Warriors.
Mike, I wanted to tell you that I got a question, two questions, one for each of you, but Mike, I'll start with you. Even though I don't always agree with your brother, I listen to him almost every day, and I do enjoy him, and I want to thank you for what you did.
Thank you so very much. And I don't always agree with him either, but I'm also glad that I was able to help him out.
Hey, Mike, did you have any lifestyle changes that you had to make?
No, there really hasn't been any. I have other health issues, a little bit of congestive heart failure and, some arthritis in the knees and other things that have been really more problematic than the kidney donation. Again, and I always tell people that the greatest testimony is that if you didn't ask, you'd never know. Because, again, my life, as Cliff had to take the anti-rejection medications, I don't take any medications. I haven't taken any, prescriptions or change of diet, change of routine in any way or fashion, other than just to be smart, because you got one kidney. Don't need to eat, excessively, which I even do that sometimes, which I shouldn't. But there's been virtually no impediment, no problem I've had from this surgery since the initial recovery. It's been 20 years of really, only thing I can see is a scar across my side, which if I had a slimmer stomach would probably be kind of cool, like a tough guy, just big scar across my side, But
that's good. And Cliff,
yes.
I appreciate hearing that from you, Mike. I'm glad you had no repercussions from such a significant decision to make, and I'm glad you did it. Like I said, I like your brother. I've been listening to him for a long time. Cliff, I'm going to ask you this, and I don't mean to steal any of Mike's thunder.
No problem.
But you used to be on that other station.
Yeah.
Your brother Greg used to sit in for you occasionally.
Yes.
And I haven't heard him sit in for you in any of your absences on this station you're with now, and I'm just asking, how's he doing, and is the possibility just he could stand in for you someday again?
Greg is doing well. I have had him on as a guest on this show several times, because he does movie reviews, has his own show, the Movie Show Plus, and he does the movie reviews for another radio station in town, and he does it for Channel 4 WDIV. So he's doing fine. I don't know if he can sit in for me or not. We just really haven't had an occasion where he could or needed to come in and sit in for me, but I'm not adverse to it. I don't think that the station management's adverse to it. It may happen one day.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that because I always enjoyed listening to him when he was filling your shoes, albeit a big pair of Phil. And glad you got a good brother so to take care of you and watch over you. So,
you know what? We had great parents, and I love my brothers to death. And I can't thank you enough, man, for listening to me and listening to my brother, and for thanking my brother Mike.
Okay, have a good one.
All right, Cliff. Thank you very much too. Almost sound like he liked Greg better than me, but that's, you know, I tell folks all the time, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to both my brother Mike and my brother Greg, people like me until they meet my brothers, because those guys are such great guys. I kind of fade in the background, I guess. But anyway, we have just about run out of time, Mike. Anything else you want to add? Any encouragement you want to give to people who are thinking about being an organ donor, or who may have some thoughts about it, or even some fears about that? Anything else you want to share?
I think, again, the last gentleman just called, and our conversation in general has really touched on probably the most important thing, and that is, love your family members. Be friends with your family members. You never know when you're going to need them, and you never know when they're going to need you. So, when the issue comes up, to donate a kidney, it's not it's always a big issue, but it's not as big an issue if you have love and good relationships with your family all along. It becomes a matter of what can I do to help, as opposed to how do I mend the fence so I can ask for help. So it was really just a wonderful opportunity for me to be a help and to be a donor for you. And I'm glad that 20 years later, 19 years later now, we can still laugh and talk about it, and all the other things we've experienced through that time. This was well worth the sacrifice.
Absolutely. We know quite a few people in those past 19 years who had no surgery and who are no longer with us. And so this is certainly a blessing. Let me say this before I let you go, Mike, and I'll tell you something that you already know. I had an outstanding brother in Mike, and someone I love dearly before the kidney transplant surgery. And certainly afterwards, I am just very appreciative. And I don't think a day goes by when I don't think about that, or I'm appreciative of that in some form or fashion, if for no other reason, because I take those medications every morning and every night. And that's a whole heck of a lot better than having to go to dialysis 3 times a week. So thank you to you, Mike. Love you, Mike. And I give that to you, to Shelly, to Kezia, to James, the whole family. And let's move onward and upward, and continue to tell other people about our experience and how kidney donation and organ donation actually works for people.
Very good, Cliff. Glad I could be on air today and help you out. And much love and respect to you and your family as well, too.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to let you go back to work. My younger brother, Michael Darnell Russell, 19 years ago today, to this very day, back I think it was about to the hour almost, Mike donated his kidney. Mike, I thank you. I love you, and I appreciate you. And we'll talk about this again. All right, we're going to take a break right now. When we come back, we will be joined by Steve Niebling, and we're going to talk about cannabis, about weed, about ganja, about joints, about bongs. Of course, I don't know nothing about that stuff. We'll be right back. This is 910 a.m., the Superstation, the future of radio.